It's very important not to get trapped here. I get your point. I know altcoins are down 7%, 6% today, but really, if you look at the macro picture, after, in my opinion, Bitcoin creates its all-time high, its final all-time high of the cycle, which will likely take place in October. I'll tell you why I think we can see that final rally to the upside. It's very much due to the S&P gold and Bitcoin correlations. Very interesting to look at, but I think that Bitcoin will ultimately create its final all-time high for this cycle in October. Then Ethereum starts to rally, and after Ethereum has produced enough gains, people that have money and capital invested in Ethereum, they're the ones that are more likely to take profit and divest into other altcoins, and that's when we see altcoin season. I know we've spoken about altcoin season being different this time around, and I'm still very much I still concur with that thought. I'm just taking this opportunity to buy into some of my favorite altcoins during this dip because I know that next month and in November we're going to see the famous altcoin season repeat. And granted, it may not be a 2021/2020 cycle or a 2017 cycle type altcoin season, but it will still be something where your Dogecoins rally to the upside, where your Chainlinks rally to the upside. It's going to take place. And I want to talk to you about those things. I also want to open a new position. This is a brand new exchange that I'm trialing for this channel. Obviously, Pinex has been around since 2019. Amazing exchange. They're very famous for having their trading bots directly integrated into the exchange. They've pioneered it, maybe hence the name Pinex. But I really like the trading bot setup, and I want to talk to you a little bit about these trading bots, and I want to show you a brand new position I'm opening. I have 20K in this account. I've only opened 2 test positions here, but I want to open a grid bot on Ethereum, and I will explain why, the reasoning behind that is also too. But if you want to prepare from now on, before I get to that segment, you can go to the second link in the description down below to click that Pinex link, and if you deposit $100, you're going to get a $100 futures grid bonus where you can open a grid position without risking your own personal money. Incredible campaign. And if you deposit $10,000, then you'll get a $1,000 voucher, and your deposit will be calculated over the next 72 hours. So if you deposit 5K today, tomorrow you deposit, let's say 4K, and then the day after you deposit 1K, that should add up to $10,000 if my math is mathing. And on every Friday, you're gonna check. So if you've done that deposit, then on Friday this week, you will be able to get that $1,000 futures grid bonus voucher to open those positions. So incredible campaign. If you want to take advantage, you can use the Pinex link. It's in the description down below. Second link to start trading. Obviously on weeks, I still have all of my positions, and we will cover those positions on tomorrow's video. You can also get a massive bonus on weeks. I just want to do 2 separate positionings now. 1, I want to have my grid bots, and 2, I want to have my normal derivatives long positions over on weeks. So I'm using both simultaneously, and I think it's good. I think it's good to divest amongst exchanges as well. It's a pretty good strategy for risk management. Okay, let's get into Bitcoin. What do we have for Bitcoin? Bitcoin currently is sitting at 115, 134. Not doing so much. Volatile candle today. I think everybody's just waiting for FOMC now, happening in 1 day, 22 hours time. 96.4% chance we get the 25 basis point cut. I spoke about what I think will happen. I think it's going to be very volatile, and that's why I want to sort of leverage my grid bots to capture that volatility, capture a potential consolidation before a continuation. Overall, I'm going to keep it simple for you. I just want 17,500 to be broken. If that can be broken, to me, that's going to suggest brand new all-time highs, and our long positions on weeks. The new grid bot that I've opened for Bitcoin, very small. I'm going to add into it as the price continues, but I'm going to be adding obviously a lot more to this position. This is just a test position I've done. So I'm going to be adding into this $500. I'm going to keep scaling in. If Bitcoin can see that confirmation of trend, I'm more excited about the Ethereum bot that I'm going to hopefully be scaling into as well. So that's going to be an interesting thing. Bitcoin, if we can break above 17.5, to me, happy days, new all-time highs, in my opinion, can be expected. And the final shift from capital, from altcoins to Bitcoin, and then finally you see the consolidation and then the eventual dump. That's when I think Ethereum will shine. and we will see in Ethereum go to $8,000 or around the 7.5, 7K region is also possible too. Why do I expect a pump on Bitcoin? It's due to the correlations between gold, the S&P, and Bitcoin. You can clearly see the green line, that's the S&P, that's heading to the upside. Gold has hit a brand new all-time high of 3,684 just on this daily trading candle. So all of those two things are going to the upside, and Bitcoin is massively lagging behind. Bitcoin is the orange line. And you can clearly see like this correlation is existent. It's very much a positive correlation. There's a little bit of a divergence between Bitcoin and those two. And I think there's going to be that catch-up trade, and that catch-up trade will cause Bitcoin to go into that final rally before ending the cycle. So still net long, waiting for that to take place. When it comes to altcoins, Bitcoin dominance still at 58%. Not most interesting at the moment. Ethereum, if Bitcoin is to see that final rally, we could see a correction all the way down to $4,000. A lot of people have been asking me about Ethereum, and I got to highlight this. A correction to $4,000 really wouldn't be too worrying of a thing. And if we do see that, then that actually becomes a triple top. So Benjamin Cohen expects that bull and bear market support band every day. Thankfully, the bull and bear market support band is appreciating. But what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to open a bot that if Ethereum, actually, I'm going to start DCing into it now, but if Ethereum falls into this range here, I want to be buying as much as possible because I overall expect Ethereum to go into that $7,000 level. So I'm going to build my position and then start taking profits automatically as Ethereum goes to the upside. I don't know what price Ethereum is going to top at. It's impossible to know. We're projecting $8,000 because of the Bitcoin Ethereum correlation, but it's impossible to know. And that's why I think grid bots are pretty cool. So look, I'm going to do lowest price range. I'm going to do that range. What do we say? 3.365. I think that's the range I want to go for. Yeah, the low that was created on the 2nd of August. Let's go that. So 3.365. That's the minimum range. And then I'm going to put $8,000 for now. That's going to be a pretty large grid. So Ethereum is going to be, let's see the recommended, 334 grids. Yeah, that's okay. I could even increase the grids a bit more. I'll explain to you guys how this all works in future videos. I'm going to make a full educational video on how trading bots work. It's going to be a pretty cool video, so stay tuned on the channel. You know, I'm going to go with the recommended. I think this is fine. I'm just trying to adjust the fees so that it's not too expensive to open it. You need to be able to time that. The recommended is usually pretty decent. So here, look, I should be buying Ethereum if we fall into this range. I'm going to start buying now. The bot will start buying now. And then as soon as it starts going to the upside, it's going to start selling. So I think this is pretty interesting. I really think it's an interesting setup. If I do $1,000 into this, just for experimentation, and I can play with the metrics later on. I'm just really curious on what's going to happen here. $1,000. Yes, I have auto reserve. 2x leverage. Should I do 2x or 3x? I think 3x is fine. I'm going to keep it at 3x because with altcoins, with grids, you don't want to do too much leverage. 3x is okay. $1,000. Trigger price, fine. Take profit. So if I create, I think this is going to be an interesting thing. It's going to allocate 38.91% into Ethereum. USDT will be 13.5%. Reserved investment is going to be a large amount because it wants to keep buying lower. Price range, that's a good range. Okay, I think this is what I'm going to go with. Estimated liquidation price at 144. That's when we started buying Ethereum. I like this. I'm going to click OK. So I'm going to set this bot to less than minimum investment. Really? No, I should have done that. No, less than minimum investment. Less than minimum investment. Okay, I want to do $1,000. Minimum investment must be, okay, what if we did $900? Create. Arithmetic. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we have the bot. If I go to details, we should be able to see the bot function and the transactions be placed. There's so far no transactions yet, but these are all of the sort of buy orders it's going to create, and these are all the corresponding sell orders it has now. The more the price of Ethereum should go down, the more buy orders it should visibly showcase on the screen. And then every time it triggers a buy order, it will trigger an additional sell order to the top side. It's interesting. I like it. I think this could do potentially very well. And I will do more educational videos on it. If it sounds confusing, I know this is the first time we're doing trading bots here. If you want to prepare yourself and experiment with it yourself, Pinex link, second link in the description, you'll get free money to do that experimentation. And over the next few days, I will be dropping some educational videos on how to do these bots. So make sure you leverage that. I think this could definitely be an interesting bot. I'm curious on how it's going to play out. Let's see. If I see that it's going well, then I will personally add more capital into that bot. Before we end off this video, altcoins, I know like Dogecoin is taking longer than the previous year, but I think Dogecoin's time will arrive shortly. I think Chainlink's time will arrive shortly too. I think these are all bullish things. Today, I attended Da Vinci's birthday party. It was pretty cool. Guys, look, he's turned like, hold on, I don't think he's
602nd birthday. Thank you.
Let's go back. Hold on, it's hilarious. I think it's funny.
Happy 276,100 500 and 602nd birthday.
Thank you. That means you're only a few years behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Da Vinci turned 262, 700, 500,000 years old today. So happy birthday to Da Vinci. Great party. We had, well, it was not a great party. It was like, it wasn't a party. It was a beautiful, beautiful dinner. I'm joking, obviously. But yeah, I think, yeah, Da Vinci's getting a bit old. There wasn't any sort of, yeah. Anyways, it is what it is. I love Da Vinci. Da Vinci's awesome. It was a great, great dinner. I'm just joking. He's not 260,000 years old. He's only 120. He only shows like 110,000 years, but yeah, I'm not so funny, am I? Anyways, guys, take care. Love you all, and I'll see you all on the next video very soon. As always, guys, bye-bye.